What is self-advocacy to those who cope with severe and persistent mental disorders? Self-advocacy is the ability to speak up for yourself and the things that are important to you. Self-advocacy means that you're able to ask for what you need and want and tell people about your thoughts and feelings. This can prove to be difficult for those of us who contend with the stigma surrounding mental health issues for more than one reason. First and foremost, as consumers, we may feel inferior because of our symptoms. Let's face it, we're not like a majority of people in society, and this can cause us to feel inadequate. And secondly, our society tends to operate on the pecking order, so to speak. In a world that preaches survival of the fittest, any weakness presumed by the general public, be it physical or mental, is often exploited in a way and used to victimized. In order for us to be able to lead and maintain worthwhile and stable lives, self-advocacy is necessary. Here are a few steps that we can take which will develop the skills needed to express our desires and to stand up for our rights personally as well as the community. First, establish your own self-worth. Be kind to yourself. Eliminate negative self-talk. Realize that you are not your symptoms, but that you are more than the sum of your circumstances. Take an inventory of your personal qualities and characteristics, both positive and negative. Then find ways to improve the good and amend areas that are lacking. For instance, a good character trait that you might have is that you're friendly to people who are new to you. To improve this practice, try being friendlier to people that you're already acquainted with. Maybe an area you're lacking in is expressing your feelings in an assertive manner. Research ways to vent your frustration constructively and endeavor to put them into practice. These things are easier said than done, but one way to ensure success is by writing them in a journal and a day-by-day log of your improvement. Remember, no one knows you like you do, and in order to better advocate for yourself, it's necessary to promote a positive self-image. Realize that you're worthwhile, and then it will become clear to others as well. Second, get connected with like-minded people. It's very important to develop a system of support that will affect positive changes in our lives. Ultimately, the company we keep determines our effectiveness in society, as well as our personal growth. If we choose to spend time with people who promote a negative self-image, that image will negatively impact us socially. If we prefer the company of people who are proactive and engaging in positive activities, we'll be empowered in positive ways. Some positive supportive communities, such as churches, 12-step meeting halls, consumer-run organizations, and clubhouse model communities are great places to develop friendships and support. If available, find and enlist the aid of a peer mentor or a peer specialist in your area and meet with them regularly. They're trained to help you connect with resources that you may not be aware of and can help you research areas in your life worth improving and leading us to a more stable and productive way of living. Also, educate yourself and be well informed. As a consumer of behavioral and mental health services, you have rights. Find out what those rights are and stand for them. These rights may be different in each state. Research mental health legislation in your state and look closely at legislators to find out where they stand on behavioral health issues. It's very important to know where you stand before taking the next step. Learn about your specific illness, the treatments, and the consequences of those treatments. This will assist you in finding the best course of action for your personal journey of recovery. Talk with a friend or a family member who also copes with mental disorders and find out what has worked best for them. Networking can help us in creating the best opportunities in recovery. Talk to your mental health provider for any resources they have on programs available in your area and become proactive in these programs, whether it's a group workshop or modification classes, and you will find a wealth of information at your disposal. Remember, knowledge is power. As an advocate, you will empower yourself and empower others. And finally, be intentional. You'll find that there are areas in your life where needs must be addressed. We all face challenges in mental health, and sometimes these make it seem as though what we need or what we want may not be that important. Being intentional means that no matter what the issue is, we make a decision to tackle the problem and not be dissuaded from our goals. Once you've determined what your particular need is, make it a personal goal and find ways to fill that need. There, oftentimes, is more than one way to resolve any issue. Take the time to weigh your actions before you take them, before you act. Determine the positive and negative consequences, as well as the long-term effects your decision will have on your health. Once you've done this, create a plan of action and stick to it. See it through. Try to only take on one issue at a time so that you're not overwhelmed. This way, you can more easily maintain your focus and become more successful in your endeavors. And remember, you're worth it.